welcome to Karma's a Stitch. I'm Tonya, and this is episode 112. And it is March of 2026. And this is a knitting, crochet, crafting, whatever YouTube channel that I had originally started with my son. And this year I'm doing something a little different. And I am working through what I call my whip wall. Um, and that is basically where I store all of my works in progress. WIP, my whips. And I feel pretty good about the progress I've made so far this year. Um, I, uh, I had a friend come over. She took all of my projects off of my whip wall, opened them all up, looked at what they were. And I had a request. I was like, maybe put a difficult one and then an easy one, or one that's far away from completion and then one that's close. And she's like, well, what if there's something I'd like to see you finish? And I said, then put it in there wherever you want it. Like, just put them in there in some kind of order. And she did. So I've just been taking these projects off of my whip wall in order. And I told myself that I wasn't going to cast anything on until I had a cast on party. And those cast-ons would then be put in empty cubbies. And I would cast them on, but then I would continue on with the progress and the order that my friend had put them in. So that is my plan. But with that being said, I do have a cast-on party planned. Hi, I thought I would make a quick little video to insert into the one you're currently watching, because we do have the date for our next cast on party, and that is May 2nd. That is a Saturday. I'm looking at it right now, May 2nd. And I will open up a Zoom room on the morning of May 2nd. That is after local yarn shop day. Local Yarn Shop Day is the weekend before. I did look at the calendar and plan around that this year. So I am growing. I am learning. So we are going to have a cast on party. If you're interested in participating, message me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram on the screen, and I will add you to an Instagram group where we can chat. But on the morning of May 2nd, I'll put the Zoom room details, and that's how you'll know how to join the party for the cast on that day. I won't put the Zoom room details in there until the morning of the party. So yeah, if you're interested, we have a date. Let me know if you're going to be participating, even if it's just for a tiny bit of time. All right, you guys, that's it. That's all. Let's get back to the video. So I will be having a cast on party. I am very excited about that because I do have, I think, 5 or 6 projects waiting to be cast on at this point in time, because I've already gotten several FOs, which is very exciting. So I pulled this project bag off of the whip wall, which I love. Emotional baggage. JK, like it could all fit in here. I love this project bag just because it cracks me up. And inside of here is my my pressed flowers. And this is one of those projects that is what made me want to maybe kind of, I guess, work monogamously, because this project has been on the needles for so very long, because I would pull it out, and when I would pull it out, it would be it would only get worked on for a week. And with that being, I'm just putting ball bands back in. I want to share with you what they are, but I only need one of each. And I would only work on it for a week, and I didn't seem like it would make much progress, and then it would go back on the whip wall until the dice would roll it again, and it just felt like it was gonna be on the needles forever. So, this is one of those projects that it was like, "You know what? If I could just sit down and work monogamously on it, I feel as though I could I feel like I could wrap it up," right? Um, so let me just, if you guys are familiar with this project, I'm trying to open it up here. And Ravelry. Oh, that's so pretty. I clearly was looking at another pattern, which is not something I should be doing. um, I'm so sorry. Okay, so the Pressed Flowers cardigan is by Amy Christophers. And I'll put a picture up because I didn't print this pattern. Um, but I ended up seeing this motif, and everybody was making sweaters. There's pullovers, there's mitts, I think there's cowls and hats. And I made a baby blanket for one of the girls at the shop, and it was so beautiful, and the pattern is so intuitive, and I was like, I need to make this cardigan. So the yarn that I chose was the Noro Kakagori, which is 50% cotton, 30% silk, 10% viscose, 10% palmide, and the color is color number 7. 200 grams, 600 meters. Noro and Kakagori. And that was my main color. No, it wasn't. It was my flower color, my pressed flower color. And this is I used 2 balls of this. This is the second ball. Obviously, I have quite a bit left. Now, what I used for my main color, which is this here, is Jody Long Alba Merino and Alpaca Luxury Tweed Blend. Colorway is Blush. And this is 50% wool, 25% alpaca, 25% viscose. Oh, you guys, it was so much fun. I don't know which was more fun, working with this yarn. And I have to say, I love this Kakagori. Holy cow. I loved working with this so very, very much. The Jody Long was nice, but I really loved this a lot. And the stitch pattern. Like, the pattern was so intuitive. I absolutely loved making these pressed flowers. So, with that being said, I have a finished cardigan. Look at this. I will put a picture in of me wearing it. Now, when I took it off of the whip wall, you guys, I was right here on the back. So it's bottom up. I had not, see if I can fold this in such a way where you can actually see where the progress was on that. So I had started here and worked up, and then I had about this much more to go before I divided for sleeves right here. And then I divided for sleeves, and now I have this lovely cardigan. Look at that. I absolutely love this cardigan. It hasn't been blocked yet, but I am very excited. Isn't it lovely? Ah, So yes, I will try this on. I will put in some pictures of this. Um, let me see. What size did I make? I did it on a US 5, and let's see here. I'm so sorry. I'm not very organized. I did the 1, 2, 3, the 4th size, whatever size that is. Yeah, I did the 4th size, and there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 size options. The largest size option is a 74-inch bust. That's the largest. I did the 4th size, the 4th of 8. So, you guys, oh, this was so fun. I can see myself making another one of these. It was a lot of fun. And honestly, if I have any more friends that have babies, I would probably do this again as a baby blanket. Not in this material, but look at this. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Love it. I'm so pleased with this project. So yes, you guys, we have another finished object. Like I said, I did use US 5. I used, let me see, where did I just put that bag? Right here. I used 1, 2, 3. I used 3.5 of the Jody Long, which was 100 grams each, 350 meters or 382 yards. And I used one and some. I have to measure this still to get into my spreadsheet, but one, maybe 1.5, so 300 grams, because these Noro balls have 200 grams per. So I do have quite a bit left of this one, maybe half, maybe a little bit more than half. So anyway, we have another FO, and let's go see what we have in coming off the whip wall next. And we'll take that bag off. If you're interested in the cast on party, send me a message on Instagram and I'll add you to the Instagram group for that cast on party. All right, you guys, I will see you next time.